Hey guys, I've been writing, but not the type of writing where you're putting down a story and you're really absorbed in it and just can't stop. No, I've been writing a synopsis for my book proposal, and I'm still working on the rest of the book proposal, like the fun marketing section. But I found a really easy way to write the synopsis for your book, and it is perfect. And I found it on someone's blog. I'll link it below so you can read the entire thing. But in this video, I'm just going to give you the quick overview and read the blog because the blog is much more detailed. But I'm going to show you how to write a 1-page synopsis and a 3-page synopsis in a few easy steps. So first you have to answer a few questions about your book. What happens at the beginning? What does the lead character want? What are some roadblocks in the story? And what happens at the end? The first thing I want you guys to do is write a character outline. And believe me, it will be well worth it. So you gotta find out who your main characters are. These are the characters that move your story forward, whether it be in a good way or a bad way. So for each main character, you have to write down their motivations in the story, relationships with other characters in the story, their emotional baggage, what they want, why they want it, and how they get there. So now you have the character outline, and you have those 4 questions, and you gotta answer them too, guys. So now that you have all this information, you are going to reference back to this very important information about your book when we go on to the actual writing of the synopsis, which is now. So now we're going to move on to writing that 1-page synopsis. And the first question you're going to answer is, what is this book about? You're going to do this in 1 sentence, not one giant run-on sentence, guys. 1 sentence. So say you're in an elevator and all of a sudden, boom, you run into an agent and they want to know what your book is about. This 1 sentence is a sentence that you're going to tell them to hook them into representing you. Next, write 1 sentence about the action that occurs in the book. Next, write 1 sentence about the beginning of the book. This is just the action. We don't want any information about the beautiful sunset or the Caribbean Sea that's in front of you. We just want the action that's going on. And finally, we want 1 sentence about the ending. And again, this is just the action. We don't really need a whole lot of information here. We just need that 1 ending climax. So next, I want you to take that 1 sentence about your plot of the book and just, kind of scoot it to the side. Something that you'll use later in the book proposal, but it's always a good thing to have, especially for query letters. So take the 1 sentence about the beginning of the book and the 1 sentence about the ending of the book and put one at the top of the paper and put the ending at the bottom of the paper. So you got your beginning and ending of your synopsis. Now you just got to put in the meat. And to do that, you're going to add an action that happens in between the beginning and the ending. We need the action that gets you here. We don't need the action that'll keep you in here somewhere. That's kind of useless. So as you start adding more and more about what's happening in the book, you'll see that slowly your 1-page synopsis is filling up and you won't have any room for character details or other details. While you're trying to write in the meat between the first sentence and the last sentence, don't be afraid to go back and look at the 4 questions that we answered that are very important about your book. They're what the plot is about. This is what the synopsis should be based around. And also, it's a good thing to look at your characters' motivations and their emotional baggage. That's going to have a cause and effect. And when something happens in the story, it's going to cause them to do something else, which in the end brings you to the climax of the book. So now you have your wonderful 1-page synopsis, and it is frankly beautiful. And you are very proud of it, but now you realize, oh, there's other synopsises I have to write. The next one we're going to work on is the 3-page synopsis. So in the 3-page synopsis, you are adding more detail about the action that leads to the climax. And if you have room, add in why this action happened. Add in more about roadblocks in the story. And then slowly, as you're adding more and more about the action, you'll fill up those 3 pages And again, you won't have any room for those little details in a book, and you won't need them, and it'll make your synopsis that much better. A synopsis in a book proposal is extremely important. It's one of the selling points. In fact, everything in the book proposal is a selling point, and there's a lot of stuff in a book proposal. I'm writing one right now, and it's a pain. But it's a big part of the publishing world, and it's what is going to get you published. So there are other different types of synopsises that can go into a book proposal. There's an 8-page, there's a 10-page, there's a 12-page, and so on. A very important thing to remember when writing a synopsis is that when you are adding on and embellishing, do so with action, not description. So again, there's a link below to the blog where I found out how to write an amazing synopsis, and she has a lot more detail, and there's a whole bunch of other tips. So go click that link below and read it because it's very helpful. And don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Time supposedly heals for some reason, thinking that will help. How can you know that one it doesn't hurt to think about it first want something through it? Is it when you forget out later that even after you're